think Israel has more powerful propaganda than Hamas?
Oh, absolutely not. No, absolutely not. No, I don't think they have. I don't think they're putting the money in the propaganda.
I forgot about the Hamas American super PAC that buys all of our content.
It's so beautiful when you can't be bought and you're standing on the right side of history, because it's like the truth costs nothing. They need all of this. They need the whole apparatus. They need every bit of money and power and resources to keep the lie going. But the truth is very simple.
God says that America will be blessed if we do stand.
Here we go. Here we go with the fucking insane zealotry from a Zionist pastor.
With, to some great degree,
this is where I think we come into an issue, because we all agree that America is heading in the wrong direction. I think we all agree that. So how can we claim that we've been blessed for supporting Israel all these years when clearly America has suffered since we've been supporting
America
Israel?
Suffered because we've had some lousy leadership, no doubt about that. But
they all supported Israel?
As far as the politics.
They all supported Israel, every single one of them.
They said they did.
Name a president that didn't go and kiss the Wailing Wall.
Joe Biden was not very friendly towards the Jewish people. He would have done everything he could.
That wasn't the question.
What's that?
Name a president that didn't kiss the Wailing Wall.
Oh, I have no idea on who did or did not kiss the Wailing Wall. JFK.
Only one.
Okay.
That's what I just made a video sketch on. That's funny.
We all know what happened.
Yeah, best of luck to you. If you could not pay your taxes and get away with it, tip of the hat.
They would talk some crazy shit like that.
Yeah, they would shut me down. So I cross every T at this company. We cross every T and dot every I and make sure we follow every rules. And by the way, having a small business in California, it is inundated with regulations and all kinds of stuff that is ridiculous.
Yeah, it
is ridiculously hard. But you know, this is where I live. What am I going to do? I could move to Texas or Florida and then have no income. It's attractive to move for no income tax. That is attractive because what do we pay? 13% state income tax here in the California. It's some crazy high number like that.
I'm one of them new kind of 20-30 people that I don't know nothing and I've never been happier.
So Tucker Carlson gave a speech at the Charlie Kirk Memorial Service. And according to Hotspot, he gave a coded story about the Jews at Charlie Kirk's memorials. Ready? You want to hear it? Here it is.
Ultimately, he was a Christian evangelist. And it actually reminds me of my favorite story ever. So it's about 2,000 years ago in Jerusalem, and Jesus shows up and he starts talking about the people in power, and he starts doing the worst thing that you can do, which is telling the truth about people. And they hate it, and they just go bonkers. They hate it, and they become obsessed with making him stop. This guy's got to stop talking. We've got to shut this guy up. And I can just sort of picture the scene in a lamplit room with a bunch of guys sitting around eating hummus, thinking about what do we do about this guy telling the truth about us? We must make him stop talking. And there's always one guy with the bright idea, and I could just hear him say, I've got an idea, why don't we just kill him? That'll shut him up. That'll fix the problem. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Everything is inverted.
Well, that was quite a story.
It's not really coded.
It's not really that coded, is it?
He who dips the hummus with me shall betray me this night. Oh, he's talking about Osama bin Laden. 12 followers, was betrayed, but a great man. And his name, Osama bin Laden.
So that was quite a story.
He lived a long time ago. Son of a construction worker, you could say.
So Shadow of Ezra tweets this out. Tucker Carlson reveals that Charlie Kirk told him many times in private that he didn't like Benjamin Shapiro. Let's listen.
Netanyahu.
He did not like Bibi Netanyahu.
Did I say Ben Shapiro?
Yeah.
I meant Netanyahu. I'm going to guess Ben Shapiro too, but he says that in public.
Yeah.
Not Charlie Kirk, but Tucker does. All right, here we go.
He did not like Bibi Netanyahu, and he said that to me many times, and he said it to people around him many times. He felt that Bibi Netanyahu was a very destructive force. He was appalled by what was happening in Gaza.
And then why did Charlie Kirk have an Israeli security team? That seems to that anyway. But here we go.
He was above all resentful that he believed Netanyahu was using the United States to prosecute his wars for the benefit of his country, and that it was shameful and embarrassing and bad for the United States, and he resented it. Didn't hate Netanyahu. He wasn't out there with a placard saying that, but he certainly expressed that to me and a lot of other people. And there's no question that Bibi's defenders on the internet will call me a liar or a kook, but that's a fact. And enough text messages exist that I think it can probably be verified in pretty short order. Not that it needs to be, because that is true. Shortly after that speech, there was a very intense attack on Charlie, and to some extent on me, not that I really noticed. But on him, I have no donors. He had $100 million worth of donors. And so, because he was involved in a different project from just yapping on the internet, which is what I do for a living, he was dependent to a great extent on his donors, of course. It's a nonprofit. And they went after him and tormented him. Not all, of course, many were supportive, but the ones who were offended by my speech, and there was a small, very intense group who were, tormented Charlie Kirk until the day he died.
Hey, didn't we report about it? They're calling him anti-Semitic because Dave Smith was on his TPUSA thing? Yeah.
Yes.
That's how I immediately had some suspicions, because the next thing I saw after he died is, oh, he was a lion for Israel. Oh, you're glazing him up how you did with Robert Maxwell.
Yep.
After he tried to blackmail Israel and they killed him. Yeah.
So Tucker's a big problem, and there was a big problem that Charlie Kirk platformed Tucker, as the kids say today, platform that let him speak at the Turning Point's big convention in Tampa. That was a big problem. That's Bill Ackerman, and I think he told Bill Ackerman when they had that contentious meeting where he was shouted at on Long Island, that in the Hamptons, I think that he said, the more people tell me I can't have Tucker Carlson at my thing, the more I want to have him.
I didn't give that guy enough credit. I was very hard on Charlie Kirk because he said, I'm going to trust my friends in government.
Yeah.
And now I feel bad because clearly the dude went in not understanding until they killed him. To me, that's what's very clear. And so he is a free speech martyr, 100% in my book, and I didn't give him enough credit, but, I wasn't in his shoes, dude. I don't know what he's dealing with. People think it's normal to get donors. Like, you understand, that's not bad to people to have a couple of billionaires backing you. You're supposed to have that. So you don't find out until it's too late. And because he had the largest young people conservative thing in the country, he became more useful dead than alive, in my opinion. Young people have abandoned Israel. Like, first of all, most Israelis and Jews don't like Netanyahu. Only the really crazy uninformed ones like him.
That people don't realize
the other ones don't like him. And I predicted they're going to blame it on him at the end of the day, this terrible crime they're going to do.
That's what they're going to do.
And so it's just that the ones that live there are really that racist that they'll stick with him still, even though he paid for Hamas and it's known.
Well, it's like it's just like 9/11 and George Bush. Everybody, he had unbelievably bad approval rating. And then as soon as 9/11 happened, 90% of the country was behind him.
And we were
it's the same
told,
thing.
We got to be more like Israel from now on. Remember? That was the number one thing.
Yes. So Tucker Carlson just, laying it down at the Charlie Kirk Memorial.
Because discussing what they did. I mean, the guy, him just like pushing back a little bit on donors is enough to get him killed, I think. And, I talk all kinds of shit because I'm not invited to the Riyadh Festival and other things because look at me. But that guy, to me, that's a big deal that he bucked his donors enough that could happen to him, So I feel bad that I was that harsh on him because he must have been under a lot of pressure.
Yeah. I didn't know much about Charlie Kirk, and so I think I tempered my criticism of him. But you didn't.
Oh, he was like 6'7" or some crazy thing. That's why his head was big, because he's a giant. I didn't know he's that big. Poor guy. I feel bad, dude. That guy, like,
I certainly
got Dave Smith on. I made fun of him on Twitter directly at him. I'm always mad at these people when they say a thing that's so wrong. I get mad, and but then he said reasonable things I didn't even know about up until he died. I didn't know about it until they were attacking him, people that used to like him.
Yeah.
Like and he was saying tepid, not even controversial
things.
Honest questions from a guy who's on board.
But what made him dangerous was that he had a lot of power in the sense that he was the voice of the next generation of Republicans that Israel definitely needs.
If you don't do what we want, you're more useful to us dead, like a music star at age 27 when they figure out they're getting screwed.
And so they could kill him and then create a left-right divide, because left and the right were starting to come together around Israel. And so they can create, and then blame it on a trans lover, and then they could say, "But look, that's left wing." And so
who controls the tech?
And then all the
that nonsense.
And then all of the idiots repeat that. All the idiots immediately repeated that. Not everybody, but everybody who did repeat that is an idiot. And
I know.
You really think that this was a left-right thing? You really think that anything the FBI is saying and Kash Patel with his guilty face, a bad liar face, you think so? Again, this was obviously done to keep the left-right divide going, because if the left and right come together, that's the end of the establishment, and that's the end of our support for Israel. So that's exactly,
and NATO, everything,
and the whole thing.
It's the West,
yes.
The thing we're supposed to preserve.
Yeah.
That's who did this shit. The West. It wasn't people from another direction. All the things you hate, even if you're like, I'm right wing and I hate commies, that didn't come from the Arabs. That came from the West.
That's right. I want to show you one more thing. If you need any more confirmation that Benjamin Netanyahu has a guilty conscience about Charlie Kirk's assassination. According to multiple reports, Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu offered Charlie Kirk's Turning Point USA $150 million in cash to adopt an even more ardently pro-Israel stance. Kirk refused that money. Kirk was offered that. Netanyahu invited him to Israel. He refused. He even told close friends that he feels threatened by them and he fears for his life. Well, guess what? Netanyahu. So this is what Netanyahu did. He took it 2 minutes.
Guilty.
He talked for 2 minutes about how Israel did not kill Charlie Kirk. Oh, so we don't have that video?
That's not the video right there? Or it's a picture?
It's not playing. No. Oh, this is a bummer.
You want to go to that on YouTube? Do you want to just go to Clash Report on Twitter and come over to me?
Hang on.
All right, here we go. As Jimmy confers about that video that we all want to see, of course. Did you all see Sabby Sab's guest, Ken McCarthy, talk about how the shot seems like it came from a nearby building under construction and not from the building that Tyler Robinson jumped from? Why Doja? Oh, come on. We already know it's just one shooter. We already know it's one shooter.
I'll just go to that. Yeah, could you just send me...
Inland Surfer says, enjoyed reading Crossing the Rubicon by late Michael Rupert, former LAPD detective who clashed with powers of the invisible hand of the deep state before we knew of it. Excellent read. Well, thank you for the recommendation. Crossing the Rubicon. That's Inland Surfer. Nathan says, those AI chicks are hot on Rumble ads.
Now, the latest scandal, well, it comes from a recent bridal shower where she was seen rocking
I don't know where that's coming from.
I don't know where that's coming from either.
Celebrate that
that's coming
from. There we go. Came from that.
Now,
close that out. Thank you. Those AI chicks are hot on Rumble ads. How do I get a hold of them? Nathan, I don't know. I'd like to help you out. Rupert coined the acronym GOD, Gold, Oil, and Drugs, and how it drives geopolitics. Inland Surfer, really? Thank you for that recommendation.
Guns, germs, and steel?
IDF should claim Gaza flotilla are Venezuela gang drugs boats, so okay to bomb. Oh, FSO. Before show, all the comedians will be treated to a public execution. Inland Surfer. Respect for having moral consistency, Jimmy. I wish more people would have moral fucking backbone. Great job. Look at you, AVB. Much appreciated. My girlfriend was adopted from Haiti in 2012 after the earthquake, and I feel I should remind her more how lucky she is not to have been eaten by Hillary Clinton. Clinton match. Thank you.
You could have been a foundation kid very easily.
Matt Trumbull or Matt Rumble, how much were Jimmy's frames? Matt, I posted, let me see if I can still post again. It's our friends at High Optics.
Those are good frames, by the way, Jimmy.
Are they beautiful? High Optics, and they're located in Hollywood. And I just went ahead and I texted you that number again. Oh, come on with this
I
one.
need big frames for my glass. I need big Tim Dillon size frames.
Yeah, yeah. Come to Hollywood and order some from our friend Emmanuel at High Optics.
Can't they mail them to me?
Hey, there's this audio analysis showing the source of the gunshot sound appears to be coming from Charlie's right. There's also
Rogan
pictures.
sent me that. Yeah, but I can't tell. I don't know about sound.
Right.
I already think it's a thing because of just the Israel shit alone. If you blame Israel 9 times out of 10, okay, you're right. Like, if I'm wrong, I'll go, oh, I'm sorry on this one thing. You weren't the problem.
There's this audio analysis showing the source of the gunshot appear to be coming from Charlie's right. There's also pictures floating around appearing to show someone on one of those roofs. Oh, Vientikis. Okay.
How about the bullet that didn't pass through and the picture that I avoided and yet somehow saw online is apparently maybe not real?
What picture?
Because I saw a thing where blood came out of him, and apparently that's not real. And now they're saying he stopped the bullet. It's a miracle because it's a 30-06. You saw that, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to cover that.
Okay, let me see what else.
Couple that with Netanyahu saying, I didn't have Charlie Kirk killed, and I'm going to say guilty. Who would do that? Who would come out and go, now there's this new thing coming out. It wasn't me. You don't get ahead of that.
My real name is Shapiro's sister's hot. Her underwear is.
Let's say you just take her underwear and it goes no further.
Professor Zhang Qiuqian of Predictive History explains how ISIS got its name and is someone you should have on the show. Well, Buddhist Nudist, thank you for the recommendation. Shapiro, one time I saw my sister walk by with those huge and I had to jack off and I chose the least sexy thing I could think of, which was Mr. Feeney's feet. Anthony.
Well, joke's on you because Nickelodeon had a lot of hanky-panky going on. Oh, wait, it was on Nickelodeon. My bad. Sorry. My bad.
Shapiro steals sister's undies but swears he never inhaled. FSL. The best bet of the day. Ben stole his sister's underwear a couple times, put the house on the over.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
Morning, dude.
It's charging me. Absolutely no sense. Conspiracy theories used to be a thing about the left, but now they're right. They're doing weird.
Unbelievable. Huge. Ben Shapiro's Nicole Mullen.
Ben Shapiro's what?
Nicole Mullen?
Nick Mullen's mommy blogger character? What does that have to do with Ben Shapiro?
Okay? All right, let's see here. I have 2 more. If I need to see a beautiful woman's ho-hos, I turn on. Okay, Mac. Thank you. Thank you, Mac. All right, that took a turn. Volker, I'm just saying if we all stop paying taxes, what the fuck can they do? General strike or Canada trucker style? I know, Volker. It's that whole idea of all of us going on strike at the same time.
Well, they can turn on the rest of the random program killers they have in case they need a crash dummy for a larger entity is what they could do.
Back to Jimmy.